unicorn is that?
Huh?
What unicorn?
You don't think Sexy Red's a unicorn?
But when you say unicorn, how are you defining the word unicorn?
A very special person. She's a superhero. She's a rap superhero. I don't think Sexy Red's a rap superhero.
So you're just going by popularity.
No, I'm going by I really been around to and seen what type of superhero.
I get it that we want to support everybody, and you can't knock the hustle. We learned that in the basics.
But that's not supporting everybody. How many other female artists do we support?
At what level do we have responsibility as black people to have better messaging than the shit that we've been conditioned
Now, if you
to?
coming from that angle, then yeah, you can do that angle. But if we coming from the angle of rap, I'm no different than Sexy Red. So you sitting up here and saying I should have had a better message in my rap music.
At some point in time, we got to hold ourselves accountable, and we got to hold our culture accountable.
Okay.
A lot of this shit is embarrassing. Okay. And it's embarrassing because you're looking at it from a standpoint of like, it's okay not to be a perfect person.
When this girl finds out the power that she has, in one moment she could change black girls' lives.
It's not going to happen though, Jim. You know that.
Why not?
Because, like I said,
what you just said about me, my aggressive exterior is what people always see.
Yeah.
When I came up, you wouldn't think I'd be here having a podcast doing this with y'all, right? Everybody comes to a moment in life, a realization of what they're doing.
Yeah.
My story went from really gangbanging to helping that same trajectory to change it.
The problem with that scenario is that you have a legion of people who are not going to grow and have maturation at the same rate that you are. I compare it to like a Lady Gaga. When you remember when she came out, it was all gothic and it was all dark. And then one day she decided, nah, I'm not that anymore. And her fans were like, but that's what we know you for. Right? They don't grow with you at the same rate. So if you're doing that and that's your messaging throughout your career and you have that moment, your fans may not have that moment.
She has hella influences on all these little girls. You heard? At some point, these little girls grow up too. You heard?
Yeah.
And if they are a fan of you, they're going to follow in suit. The same way kids were a fan of me from gangbanging to see me changing my lives in so many different ways by the hustle I put in front of me. More people respect me for hustling now than they do for gangbanging.
What group of people in America, race-wise, has the lowest income?
Black people, you would say?
Okay.
Minority, yeah.
Black people. Who has the lowest net worth?
It would be black people.
Who has the lowest life expectancy?
It would be black people.
Who has the highest incarceration rate?
It would be black people.
Okay. So at some point in time, if we losing on every statistical category, we got to start to make radical changes. Hip hop has been around for 50 years and it has done good, but it's done a lot of harm too. We got to be honest. And the problem, I think, is that we keep turning a blind eye, but this shit is influential and it's influencing.
Jimmy, Capo, ballin'. You know, he had Earn Your Leisure on. I ain't seen him in a minute, right? He had the brother of Earn Your Leisure on, and they sitting here debating on, you know, Sexy Red and, you know, Jim Jones. Just always on the wrong side of an argument. He always on the ignorant side. And, they, you know, they basically talking about how destructive rap has been, and he talking about Sexy Red is so powerful, and, you know, she has the influence over so many young women, and that, you know, she can change that. She can change, and, you know, then she can get those women to change with her. And they like, you know, I mean, like, yeah, you can change, but there's no guarantee that your fan base is going to grow at the same rate that you grow. And this is, you know, at the end of the day, he right. Like in Sexy Red, yeah, her influence, it doesn't translate to record sales. She was getting shows canceled. It doesn't translate to her influence like Beyonce or something like that at all. But, you know, this is the average, you know, Pookie and Keisha thought that Jim Jones is having. Oh, I can be a degenerate and then, you know, I can turn my life over to God, or I can turn a new leaf. The degeneracy is still part of you. And a lot of times y'all got y'all children watching y'all be degenerates, and it becomes a part of their culture. It becomes a part of them. Children watch what you do more than what you say. Down the line, they start, you know, mama used to stay, take you. They start listening to what mama used to say when they get older and start, you know, going through stuff. But your parenting skills is really translated through the things that you do, the music that you listen to. You know, is you cooking meals, how you interact with people, you know, the people that you keep around, how you move. Children see everything, even though you try to hide it with like a box, you try to hide it like it's in a box, but children just watch what you do, and that's really how they learn. You can be a hoe and tell your daughter, don't be a hoe, don't be a hoe, but she watched you be a hoe. You her role model. They watch what you do more than listen to what you say. The listening and the comprehension skills don't come to down the line. Yeah, they hear everything you say. They compartmentalize it in their head. When they get older, then they start, oh, this is why she said this, or this is what I should do. Yeah. But their primary source of learning is your actions. This is why I tell people all the time, you get your kids into study habits. You get them into a routine. They come home, you take your uniform or your school clothes off. You wash up, get a little snack. Let's get to the homework. You know what I'm saying? Clean up, get a little free time, eat dinner. Then we might read a chapter or we might just discuss our day. And you go to bed. Once you did that so many times, that's what's going to be the habit. They're going to come home on their own, start doing their homework on their own. When they become productive adults, then they're going to start to prioritize. They're going to start to prioritize important things. They come home, I need to do this. They watch what you say, and they watch y'all listen to this woman. They watch what she's doing, and it becomes the influence, and it's a repetitive cycle. At some point, the culture is dangerous. The culture is negative. The culture is a matriarchy. The music is degeneracy. He's 100% right. But for every two brothers that you got that's pointing it out, there's 120,000 Jim Jones. There's 120,000 Jim Jones that don't see nothing wrong with it. So you're outnumbered. So what do those people that feel that way do? A lot of them just leave the community behind. They don't do activism. They don't do mentorships. They don't do philanthropy in the hood. They leave the hood. It doesn't make you a sellout. It doesn't make you a sellout. That's the crazy thing about it. It doesn't make you a sellout. You just found out that you can't save the community. You can't save them. You don't want your children around that shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be around it no more. It's the whole thing. So it ain't even the fact that niggas are selling out or moving out to sell out or don't live in their neighborhoods. That's not the point. That's not the point. It's not enough. It's not enough for those brothers from Earn Your Leisure. It's not enough for them. It's too many Jim Jones. And you can change. And by the time you change, especially as a woman, who gonna want you? You've been ran through. Yeah, these pookies can change and get his CDLs and change over a new leaf, and women are still gonna flock to them. But it's not the same for women. And of course, we're not gonna, figure out that we have a problem or identity problem. They're not gonna figure that out. I'm telling you that right now. People don't see nothing wrong with it. And you want to see your people prosper. You want to see them do the right thing and all that. We all do, but it comes to a point where you can't save it. And just to get back on the parenting thing, the number one issue, I hear people talking about the teachers. The teachers ain't the problem. The uncoachable and the unteachable, children are the problem. The number one teacher, it ain't the teacher. It's this parent. They be killing me that blaming the teachers. You're the number one teacher. They should know colors, numbers, write their name before they even get to kindergarten. They should know manners. They shouldn't be belligerent. All this shit come from rap music, what their parents, how their parents speak, all that stuff. But it's too many people that justify the shit like Jim Jones. And what does the Democratic Party do? They put the lethal injection fucking fluid right in your face. Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion. Come on now. They teaming up with the problem to dig us deeper and deeper into a deficit. I wish people wake up and see that. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the link in the description, follow me on X, Facebook, Kick, Instagram, join the Patreon, everything inside the link tree. It's the first link in the description. Peace.